And what is good in your hoods, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another episode of Diverse Comics and Pop. And I'm your host, Raymond Leonard. And I create comic books. Vineberg, Gytron, and Agent Solo. All three of my books has been successfully crowdfunded on Indiegogo and Kickstarter. How you guys doing today? Hope you guys had a great Saturday so far. I know I had one where it was like I had to do a little errands, got out, did a little grocery shopping, then I was hit up department stores and I got myself a toy. Yes, I got me a toy. When I'm out about, y'all, no toy should not be left behind. I gotta get something up out of them stores, you know what I mean? A video coming to that. But today, it's story time. It's that time when I attended the Illinois Institute of Art of Chicago. Now, and it wasn't cracked there what I all thought it would be, y'all. So get your popcorn out. I'm pretty ready to tell y'all what it's about. Alright, so around 2002 or 2003, it was between both of those years, I decided I was going to roll in Illinois Institute of Art. Now, it was my off day. I was working at Value City at the time. I worked at Value City department store out west. My auntie got me on. She was the supervisor of that department. So, shouts out to my auntie Billy, man. She always looked out for me, during all my youngin' years, my 20s and stuff. So, but I decided I wanted to do something else on my spare time. So when I was off, I decided I went downtown. And originally when I was going downtown, because they had a comic book store out down at the time. I forgot the name of that damn comic book store. But I go down there, and they also had like an art supply store down there. The art supply store was real nice. It was what's the name of that damn art store? Was it arts and crafts store? It was like a mom and pop store, and it was real. It was like in the front corner, left corner somewhere down there. And I always used to go there. The son, if it wasn't the son, it was the dad. If it wasn't the dad, it was the mom. It was like a mean little art store. They had the comic book paper. They had all these art supplies, and they were very affordable. I just can't think of it right now. It was it the Edwards Art Supplies or something like that? I can't think of their name right now. But anyway, so I said, man, you know what? I'm gonna do something with my art career. Because I always wanted, besides making comics, that was my journey, but I also wanted to do 2D animation. So I was like, man, let me try the Illinois Institute of Art. So I'll go up in the building and I sign up. The recruiter, he was there, he signed me up, set me down, and he asked me what I wanted to do. I said I wanted to be a 2D animation, so he's signing me up. So he told me to come back for my review and bring my art samples with me. So I was like, cool. So the next day, I brought back my portfolio, showed him my artwork, and he was amazed by it. He's like, wow, tell you the truth, you're better than the students that we have here. And I'm like, what? Wow, really? I was like, wow, I was, young me around my 20s, and I'm like, wow, I'm better than the students that he has here? Wow. So, broke it down to me what the classes I would have, which I'm thinking I'm finna just be doing 2D animation stuff, like animation, learning how to do animation on the computer, all the fun stuff. And wrong. I had to do a college course of English. I'm like, what the hell? That was gonna be my first period class, English. A freaking English class, yo. So I'm like, what the hell I need English class for? I done passed this shit in high school. Well, it's qualifications for this and blah, blah, gibberish. I'm like, man, what the fuck? So then the second class was a perspective class, learning perspective. So that was cool. I really enjoyed that class. Third class was a collage class. I hated that damn class. The lady was such a total bitch. I'm gonna be breaking all this stuff down as I go. Then the last class was more of like painting and understanding the value of paint and colors and stuff. And so I'm like, all right, so these were my 4 classes, my courses. And thank God all of them classes was in the merchandise mart, because I did not know at the time that they were sectioned off into different building locations downtown throughout Chicago. So I was lucky enough to have my classes in the merchandise mart. The merchandise mart is big, y'all. They got food courts, bookstores all up in there. I mean, it's a huge building. And I was lucky to be up in there. I used to love going up in there because they had like a bookstore that would sell comic books when I was on my way back to the L train. The L station is like right there. You couldn't, help but see it because it's real huge. So I stopped there, then I go to this other building to get the popcorn they had down there, the Garrett's popcorn. If you never had Garrett's popcorn in Chicago, you don't know what you're missing. Never said. That's all I gotta say. If you come into Chicago, get the Garrett's popcorn, get the mix caramel with the cheddar cheese. If you want to feel that experience, man, so good, delicious. All right, anyway, back to the subject. So I'm going, my first class of English, and it's, I need an English book. It's like this English book that they give you that you must have. You know what I'm saying? So I had to get this shit offline. That shit was like $20. And I'm like, man, I'm already buying stuff here in this college. Now, rather, I had got a free grant run, but the grant only covered some of my classes, didn't cover other fundamentals that I needed. So I was lucky to get that grant, but it didn't cover everything, but it did cover my classes. So I was lucky. Man. I was really lucky to get that. But as you go into these classes, man, you start learning things. You start learning that some of these students, some of these kids that's going for certain things, they really didn't have the talent. You know what I'm saying? Some of them did not know how to draw. Some did not know how to use a pencil to save their life. You be like, man, why are you up in this art school when you really don't have the talent? You know what I'm saying? It was just crazy to me. The countenance I was running into with these certain students when we had conversations with them, and it was always my mom, my dad thought, I got the talent and that's what they put me here, but they really didn't have the talent. See what I'm saying? But when I was going, it was fun a little bit, but then I started getting tired of it because I had a run-in with the collage teacher. She sucked. She was flunking me. Every time I had my headphones on, this is a college. I asked her, like, can you wear your headphones up here? Yeah, this is, art school. But not with her. She was just told the bitch, can you take your headphones, turn your headphones off? As she blasting her Indian music. Now, she's a white lady. She was a real older white lady. She had a Indian husband, because that's what she's telling us. My husband is Indian. I met him in India, blah, blah. She blasting this Indian music and shit. And, flunking me because it was just like, the assignments were just stupid. Like, it was collage. So you collaging shit together. But in her eyes, mine just wasn't good enough. So I was doing like superhero collages and shit and buildings, because I was into that. I was into superheroes and stuff, man. And she, oh man, just flunked me. Then she put aside, well, I'm just letting you know, I'm just gonna flunk you. You might tell your counselor to change your class because I'm gonna flunk you.
Nothing. No life force at all. No! It's true.
I just got tired of it. And plus they had you doing these tests, man, like, what was the value of the piece? It was just a lot of, circle the question to the next question. Like, school was like damn high school. Like, I felt like I was in high school more than I was in high school and art school. You feel me? It was like doing homework more than doing art. I kid you not. And also another thing, the perspective teacher. Now, he was a cool dude. Always had the same motherfucking sweater on. But let me tell you, this is a funny thing with him. So they had this survey going around. What can they do to improve better? So the whole class got together and decided to say that this art teacher needs to change his damn sweater because he wear the same damn sweater all the damn time. Now, everybody put this shit down on the survey. Me, I don't want to do that, you know what I'm saying? I'm not about, I'm just not being that, I'm not the type of person to be thinking about what a person wearing and shit, man. It just wasn't me, but the whole classroom, they was in on that shit. And I'm gonna tell you, the next day, dude came back with a brand new sweater on. I'm like, everybody like, oh my God, it worked. I'm like, wow. Dude came back in with a brand new sweater on. I'm like, man, that shit really worked, that survey shit. Like, wow, I know he had to be kind of pissed, man, because he was really a nice dude, nice art teacher. He told us, during when he's not doing teaching, he's into music. He does art shows, selling his paintings, blah, blah. He was a real cool art teacher dude, you know what I'm saying? And he never gave me no problem because I was passing them that perspective class like colors. And like flying colors. But I learned from him how to do better perspective, which I added to my artwork on my comics and stuff. So his class was good, man. I had no problem with that dude, but damn, that sweater thing, man, that shit was wild when he came back in with that brand new sweater on after that survey. So I know he had to feel some type of way, But back to these students I was around, I had one girl that next to me, she would always complain and bitch that she couldn't make a straight line with a ruler. So I'm like, what is going on with you? Why you can't make a straight line with a ruler? And she told me, it's just so damn hard and complicated. I said, what you taking up for? I'm taking up for being a fashion designer. And I said, you can't use a ruler? I'm like, man, good luck with that. Then the next person, this guy next to me, he kept saying he wanted to be like this video game developer, but he couldn't draw worth the shit. And I'm like, you starting to see, I'm like, man, maybe that counselor was right about some of this shit I'm seeing up here, because I'm surrounded by people who don't know how to do what they claim that they sign up they want to do. Then on top of that, some of these kids didn't have jobs. This back in 2003. In 2002, 2003, these kids didn't have no jobs. Same age as me, some of them was younger than me, but they still was like, 19, 18, you know what I'm saying? I was like in my 20s, I was like around 24, around 20, my 20s. And they didn't have no jobs in that tour, and they had like a truant officer that would go around yanking these students out of class whose tuition needed to be paid, or they couldn't come back to the class without them paying that money. I was like, wow, man! I'm talking grab at the door with a notebook, with a clipboard, like, yeah, I'm here to see Shantae Daniels, or hey, I'm here to see Jacob Rouse, and oh man, I'm like, man, I feel sorry for those kids though. I'm like, man, this is crazy. They didn't have the tuition to pay for that shit. And that school was very expensive. Very expensive. Now, as I kept going, I just stopped feeling it, y'all. I hated doing the homework assignments they was giving us. It was like schoolwork. It wasn't fun. It was nothing art about this shit. Nothing. It was like straight up doing, I felt like I was in high school all over again. Real talk. And I wasn't feeling it. I was not. I'm like, man, this ain't 2D animation I'm doing. This is some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So I stopped going in around 2003. I stopped. And I was doing the spring, I believe. And I just stopped going. I was like, man, fuck this. I'm out of here. You know what I'm saying? Because it wasn't benefiting me nothing. It It was wasting my time. And when I would draw stuff, them kids, there'd be a line that come around, oh man, why you drew that? I'm like, yeah, you see me drawing it with my hand, you know? But this is what I was dealing with. I was like, man, this school just felt like a scam. Like they were just selling you a damn dream. You know what I'm saying? Then I can look it up right now that the Illinois Institute of Art is no longer, it don't even exist no more. And I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna look it up. I wanna make sure I share the info with you in the correct way. After losing accreditation in 2018, falling enrollment numbers and financial instability have led the art institutes to shut the doors of its remaining campuses. There you have it. The credibility was shot to hell. They couldn't enroll students. They weren't getting students up in there. See what I'm saying? It was all a big ass scam. It was a joke. And I had that feeling when I was stopped. I was like, man, this ain't right. I just wasn't feeling it. I'm like, it's nothing what they're doing is convincing me that this is great. Nothing. It was all good. You know, at first it felt good because I used to get up. The days I didn't go to work at Value City, I would get up, go to art school. I felt good. I felt like I was doing something important. I was with the working people that was getting on the trains in the morning with their suit on, tie going, working downtown. Cause my granddad, he used to work downtown. He used to work for Avis Rental Price, you know. And I just felt, man, I was feeling like how my granddad was feeling, getting up, going to work downtown, man. I mean, like, that was like a big dream to me. That was like I was doing something, you know, getting on the train, got this big ass black portfolio they gave us, and had my headphones on, listening to my favorite music, rap, rock, you name it, because I felt like I was just doing something so important. But I hated it. It wasn't meant to be. It was a lot of bullshit. I mean, I was like living it was almost like I was living a lie. See what I'm saying? Like I was just in like the delusional world. And I love art, man. When I was like, I'm in art school, but art school wasn't feeling like art school, if you know what I mean. It was just a big ass, bullshit ass, waste of time scam. And I look at them now, they closed down due to poor enrollment and the money just wasn't there. It was a lack of bullshit. So, you know, they was just selling false dreams, them commercials and all that shit they was put in. It was all this a bullshit ass joke. But I learned something. I learned a little stuff from each class. But at the end of the day, I learned that it might look good from the outside, but inside ain't all what it cracked up to be. See what I'm saying? So I learned my lesson from that. I hope you guys learn too. You know, it might look good from the outside, y'all, but when you get in the inside, get your feet inside, it ain't all what it cracked up to be. See what I'm saying? So I hope you guys learn from that. That's today's video, man. My story time, man. I hope you guys learn from my mistakes. Also, if you're new to this channel, what you waiting on? Click the like button, hit the subscribe, press that thumb up, man, so you get notifications every time I go live. Also, share this channel, y'all. We are closing in and hitting 10K, baby. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? Or else I'm gonna have to send my boy after you, Sabertooth. You have to come, you're gonna be kicking down your door if you don't subscribe, man, and like the video, all right? You're gonna come kick down your door, he's gonna shake you up. If you don't like this video, and you don't share it, and you don't comment, you're gonna come, I'm gonna send him after you. I'm sending my homie after you, all right? and if you wanna cut up, if you don't wanna like it really, like, man, I'm gonna have to send my boy Shaka. You have to, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have to zap you. I'm having zap you now. So let me send my boy Shaka at you, all right? Y'all take care. More videos coming, man. Talk to you soon. Raymond, I'm out.